we will need her. We will have to delay and come back. So the clerk's resolution and, but we'll come directly back to that. We won't make you wait till the end. And a couple of others. But she is on her way. She'll be here shortly. And I don't know about our DCAs. I think they're tied up. They will join us momentarily. But in the meantime, welcome to the general session of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners for May 19th, 2026. We will begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Boyce. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, I haven't done this for a while, but I was at the Millvets luncheon the other day, and so when we do the Pledge of Allegiance, Commissioner Boyce knows this. He does it every other week or so. When he does this, when we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and when we're kids, we're taught to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're all taught to do it very deliberately and very slowly. And we say, the Pledge of Allegiance, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, one nation, and then we do a pause and we say, under God. Well, our military friends always remind me. They've reminded all of us over the years. They remind us there's no comma there. So it's one nation under God, all one word. And so a lot of times when we're in here and we do that, and all of our guests, especially when we have all of our friends that are the high school kids, when we honor our high school kids, you always hear them do that pause. And we don't ever do that. I used to remind people of that a lot more often than I do now. But that's the reason why we never pause, is because our military friends always remind me to remind folks that we don't have a pause there. It's all one sentence, one nation under God. There's no comma in that sentence or in that particular place. And so Commissioner Boyce and I always do that when we're leading the pledge, and I always hear the crowd go, one nation under God, because when we're little kids, that's the way we're taught how to do it. So anyway, sorry for the little instruction this morning, but I always like to remind people that that's why we do that. So anyway, can I get an approval of the minutes of the April 16th and April 23rd, 2026 briefing sessions, and the April 21st and April 28th, 2026 general session?
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
All right. Domestic relations.
Resolution number 30826. Resolution authorizing a contract with Ohio Guidestone for supported supervised visitation in the amount of $28,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Alex Coughlin, and I serve as the Director of Finance for the Court. This resolution is requesting the approval of a contract with Ohio Guidestone in the amount of $28,000 to provide supportive supervised visitation services to parents involved with our Family Recovery Court. These services were previously referred to as therapeutic supervised visitation. Pending any questions, the court requests approval of this resolution.
If there are no,
Commissioners, excuse me, I apologize. We have a speaker slip that was submitted for this
Yeah, okay.
resolution. So Ms. Zafar? You will have 3 minutes to speak, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hi, Commissioners. I
Sorry,
am,
you can use the button there on your right, and you can put the whole podium will go down for you.
oh, thank you. Oh, accessibility, that's nice. My name is Paula Zuffer. I am a licensed foster parent, and I am here again a few weeks after my last appearance because I have questions about this resolution. Again, I did look at what was publicly available in terms of I saw one page. I was told after the last resolution to find the full contract. I actually have to make a records request after it's approved, and that is counterintuitive to speaking on it beforehand. So why I wanted to speak up on this one is because I have questions. When I was trying to understand what this resolution was about, it was my understanding at first that it was maybe civil supervised visits, but then I understood that this was related to potentially foster care placements or some sort of recovery, substance abuse recovery placements. And my question is regarding whether Ohio Guidestone, who also does foster care, offers licensed foster care also, is then supervising the same visits that they are for the families that they have placement over, as well as also offering therapy services to the same families. Because again, I want to point out, when there is a financial structure in place and there are incentives in place that benefit parties for a case going on longer than necessary, I just find that a little confusing. And so I'm just seeking more clarity as to whether Ohio Guidestone will be offering these supervised visitations and other services to the very families for the children that are placed in their care through foster care, because I could not find this information anywhere publicly.
I don't have any questions.
Madam Prosecutor? Yeah, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
So part of the services that are provided, I don't believe there's any foster care, is to prepare and coach parents towards preparation for the children to come home that are housed in our juvenile intervention center. So it coaches, mentors, redirects, observes, assists, and shares the strengths and weaknesses of the parent with the court in order for the parents to be successful and be able to handle the child's behaviors appropriately when they come home from the juvenile intervention center.
So just again, my follow-up is that per Ohio Guidestone's website, they do licensed foster care. Like, that is something they do. So you're saying that none of the children that are in their licensed foster care are also going to be part of the supervised visitation program? Or are those supervised visitations happening through the placement agencies? I mean, again, I'm just asking because it's unclear. I also do want to point out in what the answer you just gave me that the supervised visitation folks that are part of Ohio Guidestone will be speaking to the court. And again, we're talking about an entity that is directly profiting from a case for however long it goes on. I just want to point that out. I'm not saying that whether it happens or not, I am just pointing out that there is a financial structure that may incentivize somebody to drag on a case longer than is necessary. And having had direct experience in family court where the facts are not presented correctly, where evidence is often misconstrued, this raises flags for me.
So, Ms. Zafar, I appreciate that. Your questions should be addressed to the board
Oh,
as
sorry.
opposed to him,
Yes.
number one. Number two, I'm curious, you came here a couple of weeks back and asked questions. We had folks that were trying to help answer the questions then. And then you come here again on a Tuesday morning again. We brief these issues on Thursday mornings, so that we have the ability on Thursday mornings to brief these issues, have the ability for questions to be asked here in this same room on Thursday mornings, so that then all of these questions or issues can be brought up, and then all of that can be, your questions could then be looked into and answered, much the same way or exactly the same way that the commissioners raised those questions. And so I guess I'm just curious as to why you continue to choose to come on Tuesday morning when we're getting ready to vote on these issues, as opposed to coming on Thursday mornings when we would then have time to be able to look further into your issues.
No, and that's great to know, because frankly, up until this point, nobody had properly explained that to me.
Oh, okay.
Again, I am a member of the public who is just trying to understand a system that I'm
Gotcha.
involved in.
Gotcha.
And this is a piece, if someone had explained that to me prior, I would have for sure shown up on a Thursday instead of leaving my kids on a Tuesday. I mean,
Gotcha. I gotcha.
this is me trying to understand how my county
Yeah, we
government
do.
works.
So every Thursday morning, we have what's called a public briefing session, where in this same room, where we the commissioners, all of these things are presented to us, so that we can then meet with, talk to these folks, and then be able to go back and ask all the same questions that you might be asking, or anybody might be asking.
Yeah.
So that we can do all the same searching and researching that you might do.
And just for clarity, I signed up for email alerts, so I would know what was coming up on agendas, and this is how those alerts came through to me. I don't know if I didn't, I thought I selected alerts for everything. So if this was on a Tuesday, agenda, I was not aware of it from how I'm just a member of the public trying to understand this.
Gotcha.
Trying to see the public information available to me, and if it's not accessible, this is where I'm at.
I can't. Okay. All right. Any other comments or questions?
For me. Thank you. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 308-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 30826 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we will come back to the clerk of courts, and we'll move to the engineer.
Resolution number 31026, resolution awarding contract and approving contract bond to the Shelley Company for the Innis Road, Cleveland Avenue to Westerville Road project in the amount of $1,044,025.75.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Soulis on behalf of County Engineer Adam Fowler. Commissioners, this resolution awards the contract and approves the contract bond for the Shelley Company. This is for our Innis Road project, which it's an ODOT safety-funded project that will reconfigure the 4-lane road to a 3-lane section with buffered bike lanes and a sidewalk. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 310-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31026 has been adopted. Resolution number 31126, the Manic Smith Group Incorporated Consulting Engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County Engineer in performing preliminary engineering services for the Cooper Road 0.83 bridge over a tributary to Alum Creek project, City of Columbus, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $111,315.
Commissioners, the Manic Smith Group is a local consulting firm that was chosen via our qualifications-based selection process. They're also national, but they do have a large presence here in central Ohio. The Cooper Road Bridge project seeks to replace the bridge and accommodate a future shared use path constructed by the City of Columbus. Manic Smith will be providing the design services for this project. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 311-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31126 has been adopted. Resolution number 31226, report first of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Ferris Road Improvement Project, Clinton Township, City of Columbus, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $8,735.
Commissioners, this final resolution for the engineer seeks to award compensation to 13 property owners located along our Ferris Road Improvement Project. It's funded by MORPC attributable dollars and community project funding through Congresswoman Beatty's office. We're seeking to reconstruct Ferris Road, improve drainage, and add a shared use path and sidewalk along the corridor. We've successfully negotiated with these property owners, and compensation is based upon appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 312-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31226 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Nick. Prosecuting Attorney.
Resolution number 31326, resolution authorizing an application to the Franklin County Court of Common Pleas for employment of Thompson Hine LLP and a contract to perform services associated with labor and employment matters as needed.
Good morning, Commissioners. Janine Hummer, First Assistant, on behalf of Shayla D. Favor, Prosecuting Attorney. Today you have before you a resolution that would approve the application to Common Pleas Court, as well as the subsequent contract with Heather Adams in the law firm of Thompson Hine. This is due to the shift from Ms. Adams being with a previous firm to a new firm. This doesn't replace services currently being provided by other law firms to assist both the Board of Commissioners and the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, but merely administrative action to align her services with her current firm.
Okay.
Absent any questions, I'd ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 313-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31326 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Franklin County Data Center.
Resolution number 31426, resolution authorizing a contract with GovConnection Incorporated for the procurement of the Microsoft Server and Cloud enrollment in the amount of $594,651.99.
Good morning, Commissioners. Julie Last, Chief Financial Officer with the Data Center. The Data Center manages over 1,000 databases, support the operations of the Franklin County courts, boards, and agencies. This 3-year contract, at a cost just over $198,000 per year, covers the Microsoft software required to operate these databases, which are vital to supporting our residents. Pending any questions, I do respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 314-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31426 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Julie. Emergency Management Agency.
Resolution number 31526, resolution authorizing the Franklin County Administrator and the Director of Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security to execute the FY 2025 Emergency Management Performance Grant and authorizing the Director of Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security to be the designated agent for administration purposes in the amount of $289,132.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Young, representing Franklin County Emergency Management and Homeland Security. This resolution between Franklin County and the Ohio Emergency Management Agency will continue to leverage federal emergency management funding in support of Franklin County operations, and specifically our agency staffing in the areas of grants, planning, resources, community information, and administration. This 50% reimbursement grant helps to offset the annual proportionate share contributions made by each of the 42 jurisdictions within Franklin County. I'll gladly answer any questions and ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 315-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31526 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Director. Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 31626, review of a petition to annex 0.28 acres more or less from Sharon Township to the City of Columbus. Case number ANX 926.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Ferris Zeller, Economic Development Administrator for Economic Development and Planning. This resolution considers an expedited Type 2 annexation petition. The area to be annexed includes 4 parcels located at and adjacent to 6733 Maple Canyon Avenue. The City of Columbus has passed an ordinance indicating that services will be provided once the annexation is approved. The petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in Sections 709.021 and Section 709.023 of the Ohio Revised Code. And pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 316-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31626 has been adopted.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. The second resolution, I'm sorry. Oh.
You're okay. Resolution number 31726, review of petition to annex 167.2 acres more or less from Madison Township to the City of Columbus. Case number ANX 1026.
Thank you. This resolution considers an expedited Type 2 annexation petition. The area to be annexed includes 2 parcels located at 5680 Winchester Pike and 4131 Bryce Road. The City of Columbus has also passed an ordinance indicating that services will be provided once the annexation is approved. The petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in Section 709.021 and Section 709.023 of the Ohio Revised Code. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 317-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31726 has been adopted. Resolution number 31826, resolution authorizing a grant agreement with Rev1 Ventures for support of the Entrepreneurial Services Provider Program in the amount of $380,500.
All right, thank you. And this resolution seeks your approval of the, to authorize the 2026 annual partner agreement with Rev1 Ventures in support of their State of Ohio Entrepreneurial Services Provider Program. This agreement continues efforts to assist technology startup companies, and under the terms of this agreement, Rev1 will provide venture development and entrepreneurial support services to high-potential technology-based startup companies in Franklin County with the purpose of accelerating company growth, capital attraction, and job creation. With us today, we have Julia Dewey for Rev1 to share some highlights of their performance until the 2025 contract. Following her remarks and pending any questions, I will respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Thank you, and good morning, County Commissioners and Administration. It's so nice to see you all again. My name is Julia Dewey, Chief Partnerships Officer with Rev1 Ventures. We appreciate and thank your continued support for our nonprofit mission to help entrepreneurs to build great companies here in our backyard. Franklin County's support has helped establish the kind of innovation infrastructure that allows high-growth companies to start, stay, and scale here in Central Ohio. The advisory and funding we provide to high-growth potential companies you won't find anywhere else in our community. Our services begin with early product market validation and continue on with helping companies build products their market wants, secure first customers, and build their teams and access capital. Our success is based upon the success of the companies we support. So today, Rev1 supports more than 100 Franklin County startups every single year through venture development services, capital access, and strategic connections designed to help companies become venture backable and create high-wage jobs locally. To date, more than 1,700 startups have completed our programs, going on to generate more than $4 billion in economic impact in Central Ohio alone. This is through the revenue they've generated and additional capital attracted to their companies. And then collectively, Rev1 supported startups employ nearly 3,000 people in the region, equivalent to a top 20 employer here in Central Ohio, creating high-wage jobs in growth industries like healthcare, AI, software, life sciences, and advanced technologies with an average annual wage of approximately $119,000. So these companies are not only creating jobs and economic impact here in our region, but they're solving major challenges with global impact. We're excited to continue to support the broader momentum underway across Franklin County, including the growth of the Peninsula and Regions Innovation District, helping to ensure entrepreneurs can build and scale companies in the same community where breakthrough research and talent are being developed. So thank you for your ongoing support of our work, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 318-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31826 has been adopted. Resolution number 31926, the second amendment to the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Coalition Urgent Home Repair Program adds the 2019 CDBG funding and extends the period of performance to December 31st, 2026, in the amount of $185,536.81.
Good morning, Commissioners. County Administration, Walter Dillard, Assistant Director for Economic Development and Planning. For our fourth and final resolution, previously Franklin County entered into a contract with the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission for a portion of these CDBG funds to be used for the purpose of MORPC providing home repair program services to residents of Franklin County. This home repair program assists low to moderate income homeowners facing the possibility of loss of their home due to unsafe or unsanitary living conditions that threaten the health, safety, or welfare of the homeowner and residents of the home. This amendment adds an additional $185,536.81 in CDBG funding from program year 2019, bringing the total for this project to $1,708,538.92 over 2.5 years and extending the contract term to December 31st, 2026. This amendment lastly also authorizes county administration to approve additional funds once our 2024 CDBG grant agreement with HUD is executed and extends the term for spending those funds through 2027. Pending any questions, we're respectfully requesting your approval of this resolution today.
Mr. Dillard, what's the number on that again, the amount?
For the amount added?
Yeah.
Yes, it's $185,536.81. Would you like the total of the contract as well so far?
No, that's
Okay.
good, thank you. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 319-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 31926 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 32026, resolution approving a subaward amendment with TechCore Ohio for a youth technology program in the amount of $608,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Tamika Bumper, Deputy Director for Job and Family Services. Commissioners, in January, you authorized a subaward agreement between our agency and TechCore Ohio to support their youth technology program. Through this partnership, TechCore's computing career groups programs have strengthened high school students' computer science skills as they explore a variety of technology career pathways. It introduces students to the real world of work in a variety of in-demand occupations in the field of technology, including website development, data analytics, coding, cybersecurity, and app development. In response to the need of increased youth engagement during the summer months, we are looking to amend our agreement with TechCore to offer paid summer internships that focus on high-tech-based learning. The internships will be a part of our suite of ready-to-earn summer youth work experience program, covering topics such as algorithms, app development, web development, cybersecurity, data analytics, mathematics, and more. TechCore will offer internships for 80 low-income Franklin County students in grades 9 through 12 this summer. This resolution supports goal number 11 of the Rise Together Blueprint to develop and deploy comprehensive career readiness support for students with exposure to work and integrated skill-based learning opportunities. And pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 320-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 32026 has been adopted. Resolution number 32126, resolution approving a subaward agreement with the Columbus Urban League for the Equity Now Coalition in the amount of $100,000.
The Equity Now Coalition is comprised of more than 100 nonprofit and public partner organizations who collaborate and collectively advocate for changes necessary to dismantle structural racism and improve the quality of life for Central Ohio residents. Because of their shared mission to advocate for racial equity and social justice, the Columbus Urban League will be serving as the fiscal agent for the ENC. The collective mission of the ENC is to create a collaborative infrastructure to sustain socioeconomic advancement for all by uplifting small businesses, supporting community programming, and addressing the educational needs of our children to ensure a brighter future. Through this award, the ENC aims to increase their understanding of racial disparities, strengthen community collaboration through collective action, and expand organizational reach and influence by increasing engagement among community members and decision makers. This resolution supports goals number 2 and number 9 of the Rise Together Blueprint, eliminating systematic class, racial, gender, and disability wage gaps in employment, and reducing the overall incidence and racial disparities in occurrence of preventable diseases and trauma, and improving the health of those living with chronic, mental, physical, and behavioral health conditions among those struggling financially. This resolution also aligns with Commissioner's declaration of racism as a public health emergency. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 32126.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Abstain.
Resolution number 32126 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tamika.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to the clerk of courts.
Resolution number 30926, resolution authorizing a contract extension and modification with Huntington National Bank for the Franklin County Clerk of Courts of Common Pleas in the amount of $250,000.
Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration, Sean Reeder, Fiscal Officer for the Clerk of Courts.
Sean, let me just acknowledge that you having to wait all this long had absolutely nothing to do with Steelers bias.
No, I
It's not
understand
my
that I've
fault.
got 2/3 of the support up there, so.
It's not my fault.
Sure do. You do.
The clerk's office has reached the end of our contract's initial 3-year term with the Huntington Bank. The original contract includes 2 optional 1-year extensions. The clerk looks to extend the contract with Huntington Bank and modify it by combining the 1-year extensions into a single 2-year extension. All of the terms and conditions will remain unchanged. The new expiration date for the contract will be December 9th, 2027. Pending any comments or questions, the clerk's office asks your approval of Resolution 309-26.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 30926.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
I had to think about it. Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 30926 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. All right, now to
JPP.
Justice Policy and Program.
Resolution number 32226. Resolution authorizing the execution of 11 subgrant awards and contracts to provide victim services and enhance law enforcement and prosecution under the FY 2025 Services Training Officers Prosecutors Violence Against Women Act Block Subgrant Grant Program, granting authority to the county administrator to sign all acceptance documents and waivers related to the grant program in the amount of $606,995.99.
Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration. Ernest Stockton, Director of Justice Policy and Programs. This resolution requests your approval of 11 of the Violence Against Women Act's sub-grant awards totaling $606,995.99, supporting continuation programs meeting and/or exceeding their intended performance goals. VAWA's formula funding is prescriptive in nature and requires 30% of the award. Total supports victim services, 25% must support prosecution and law enforcement, respectively, and 5% must support court programs, leaving 15% discretionary to support any of those key disciplines. Of the 11 sub-grant awards before your approval, 7 awards will support victim services and court advocacy, which includes LSS Choices, Mount Carmel Health, Ohio Hispanic Coalition, Ethiopian Tewahedo Social Services, CRIS, Legal Aid of Southeast and Central Ohio, and the Common Pleas Court. 2 of those awards of the Columbus City Attorney's Office in the amount of $191,685 to offset cost of their specialized prosecution and anti-stalking advocacy section. And 2 of the awards to the Sheriff's Office totaling $103,313 to support law enforcement efforts, including their specialized DV detective and warrant enforcements. All of the subgrants will be monitored for performance and adherence to grant guidance and federal financial guidelines. Pending any questions, we humbly ask your approval for these 11 subgrant awards.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 322-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 32226 has been adopted. Resolution number 32326. Resolution authorizing the execution of a sub-grant award to Ohio Health Sarnco to provide training and victim services under the FY 2025 Services Training Officers Prosecutors Violence Against Women Act Block Subgrant Grant Program, granting the authority to the county administrator to sign all acceptance documents and waivers related to the grant program in the amount of $55,000.
Commissioners, in addition to the prescriptive funding formula I referenced in the previous resolution, VAWA funding also requires that 20% of the entire award be awarded to address sexual assault. For this resolution, we're seeking approval of a sub-grant award in the amount of $55,000 to support Ohio Health Sarnco's direct service advocacy and the provision of trainings and education to community sexual assault advocates and provider agencies. During 2025, Sarnco trained 597 community advocates serving sexual assault survivors throughout Central Ohio. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 323-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 32326 has been adopted. Resolution number 32426. Resolution authorizing a contract with Jessica Gerwin for the purpose of client engagement, assessment, and care coordination for individuals within Franklin County Correctional Centers who have been identified as high utilizers of jail, emergency, and behavioral health crisis services in the amount of $57,200.
Through a professional services contract funded by COSIP grant, Ms. Jessica Gerwin will help to lead the relaunch of the Jail Population Review Initiative and provide both administrative and direct services to support individuals who meet the criteria for frequent jail utilization, many of whom are also repeat users of behavioral health crisis services and emergency shelter systems. Under the Jail Population Review 2.0, we will develop a multidisciplinary cross-agency and cross-system support framework designed to stabilize individuals through a holistic wraparound approach. Ms. Gerwin has extensive experience working in human services and recovery fields, including serving as the Executive Director of Lighthouse Recovery, Chief Development Officer with Cairn Services, and Regional Director with Positive Recovery Solutions. Her professional experience, combined with her knowledge of the continuum of care in Franklin County, will be instrumental in helping us to relaunch the Jail Population Review 2.0. This resolution supports Goal 9 of the Rise Together Blueprint for Poverty, and pending any questions, we would like to ask for your approval.
If there are no,
I do have a
sorry.
comment,
Yep.
if you
Crowley?
don't
Please.
mind. President O'Grady, thank you. Thank you for bringing this resolution. I think it's important. One, I'm happy to hear that we are looking to relaunch the Jail Population Review Committee. I think as we look at our criminal justice system and the things that we can do to reduce our jail population, reduce the disparities within our jail population, making sure that we have the Jail Pop Review Committee working in tandem with the Criminal Justice Planning Board, as well as the Tap-In Center, the Common Pleas Court, the Municipal Court, and just really streamlining all of our processes and services, as well as, making sure that as Ms. Gerwin is working with some of our frequent flyers here, that she also is coordinating with the individuals we contract with for like peer support, right? I think I want people to understand how like this all fits in together, but it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we thread the needle through all these programs and services. At the end of the day, the goal is to make sure we have less people in our jail, that we reduce the racial disparities, and that we set people on a path to be self-sufficient, right? And have the supports that they need to take care of themselves, not come back into the criminal justice system, but then be able to thrive. So excited about this resolution, but happy to hear, more importantly, that we have not forgotten about the Jail Population Review Committee and how important that work is.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Please.
Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator. Thank you for those comments, Commissioner Crowley. This work is going to be extremely worthwhile. I know we started this original work with views as we went by then, and we looked at the individuals and really concentrated on them. I know you're going to do this, but I want to make sure that we're focused on it is one thing we didn't have when we went through the 1.0 of the Jail Population Review, we did not have the Franklin County Crisis Care Center. So we want to make sure that there is a tight coordination with the Franklin County Crisis Care Center. And also, I think it's going to be extremely important that we work with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and when individuals that are high utilizers are in our facility, in order to really focus in on them not returning, ensuring that we have the proper programming in place that is enhanced for those individuals, to give them the wraparound support that they need over and above what we would normally see.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, County Administrator, for sharing that.
But this is exciting work. As I discussed with Melissa, our Chief Operating Officer, in our senior staff meeting, this is going to be important to highlight the outcomes, that we are truly locked in on preventing people from having unnecessary admissions in our 2 jail facilities when we don't want them to be there. We want them to be out in the community in a productive fashion and having the opportunity in the Opportunity County. Thank you.
I would also say, but I think that this is an opportunity for us to continue to gather data, right? Like, what are the reasons or the things that's underlining some of our neighbors in the community to be high utilizers of, you know, our jail or our system, and what, you know, some people may be dealing with co-occurring disorders and need access to care, but then there might be others who are just in poverty, right, and find themselves in desperate situations. And so what the Jail Population Review Committee also working with, like when I learned about these two when I was in St. Louis, they were working in tandem with the Tap-In Center. Like it just worked. But at the end of the day, it gives us data to really look at what programs and services do we have that are working, what can we improve upon, and where there are some gaps where we can really help put in a little bit more infrastructure around certain neighbors in our community to make sure that they don't recidivate and continue to come back into our jail. So I will be looking at data or asking you about data, you know, as we move forward with the committee.
Absolutely, Commissioner, and one way that we're addressing that, and I thank you for the comments as well as County Administrator. One thing that we're looking at is what we're doing to enhance the original model that they had, where things were covered, such as the lack of understanding the continuum of the mental health, the immediate housing needs that they had post-release prior to being, you know, after they got out. Some people were released homeless, unfortunately.
Trust me, I understand.
Looking at the transportation barriers, we're looking at the legal situations. Some folks that are released still have outstanding legal obligations, so we'll be tracking that as well as looking at other treatment, those wraparound services that County Administrator Wilson was discussing as well. So to wrap our rounds around that, we're going to gather better data, tighten up on the data, and we've already started by having and enhancing our relationships with the sheriff departments, their case management, their intake system, and letting them know that prior to, we would just like a little more hands-on with our returning neighbors so we can get that information accurately.
And especially with those that are homeless, like we had an incident a few years ago where someone had identified as homeless coming in during booking and then was released and then got transported down to the downtown jail, which was closed at the time, and then they were missing for like 36 hours. And so, you know, there's not much that the sheriff, if somebody is released, once the paperwork goes through, you got to release them. But if we know upon entry that this person has identified as homeless, then our teams, whether it's the Rapid Resource Center or Jail Pop now, can then help put systems in place or programs in place so when they are released, since they had identified as homeless, they're not going back to the street and then their family can't find them for 36 hours, right? We don't want those things to happen. So to the administrator's point about working closer with the sheriff's office, I would hope, you know, that would be able to exchange that information in those cases as well.
Yes, Commissioner, we're working on that as we speak right now.
Thank you, Commissioner O'Grady.
Commissioner Grady, I wanted to add
Please.
comments to here. One, I wanted to just thank Commissioner Crawley and Administrator Wilson for raising those points. One of the things that we're working with JVP on right now is a Soul Talk that is centered on returning citizens and the mental health element of that conversation. We've just started the organizing process for that, but I think that the questions that Commissioner Crawley raised around data collection fit in this conversation too, because we're going to have this audience, if you will, of community members, returning citizens, and folks who are in that field in law enforcement that are part of this conversation, and it really just makes sense to align that conversation with the points that were just raised so that we can begin to not just collect data in a quantitative way, but in the qualitative way too. You know, hearing from the folks who are in and out of the system, hearing from the conversations of mental health issues that linger beyond their incarceration time, or that they haven't been treated for or don't have access to services for. And so I think it's a real good opportunity to make, you know, that conversation be not just a conversation, but a link between data collection and our next investment of what gets at some of the things that Commissioner Crawley laid out so eloquently. So, you know, and I would even say this is a good opportunity, Director, to engage both Commissioner Crawley's office as well as Administrator Wilson in their thought processes are a part of the conversation we're having now, so that as we're organizing the Soul Talk, we can really connect to some of the things that they want to see in this conversation around returning neighbors.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Commissioner Crawley, if I Commissioner already, I would even suggest that there's going to be a working group for that Soul Talk. I would suggest somebody from your staff be on the group and work with us very closely to make sure that conversation is really happening and doesn't get
Absolutely.
lost in all the organizational stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We'll love
Okay.
to. Thank you.
Oh, this is for me. If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 326-24, or 26. 324-26.
Second.
I'm dyslexic this morning. Go ahead.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Or moved and seconded voting, excuse me, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 324-26 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, Director. Human Resources.
Resolution number 32526, resolution authorizing an agreement extension and modification number 3 with The Ohio State University to provide the mobile mammography unit and offer scheduled services at various employment locations within the Franklin County Cooperative Health Improvement Program.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jody Lees, HR Benefits and Wellness. Approval of this resolution continues the cooperative's ability to offer easy access to preventive breast screenings at select county work sites. Each event accommodates approximately 15 screenings. 2 screening events are currently scheduled, the first here at the Government Tower on June 10th, and the second at JFS Northland on July 31st. And these services are provided to county members of the cooperative at no cost. Pending any questions, I request approval of this resolution.
I don't have any questions, if I may. I have a comment about the services. My colleagues and I received an email from a staff member or a team member here at Franklin County, and I just wanted to raise this up since we're talking about benefits. It's not specific to mammography, but he said, I came to Franklin County back in 2004 when there was no health care copay, nor much of an incentive program, and things have changed a lot. Want to say to my colleagues and I, thank you for the employee wellness plans that the county has, that he appreciates the robustness of the plan and all the things that our health and wellness resources offer. And, obviously sometimes there is a monetary incentive to make sure that people are a bit healthier. We talked about some other things, but just wanted to say, I appreciate all that the county is doing to make sure that everyone is healthy and well, and so I just wanted you to know that since you're over that people appreciate all that you all are doing and bringing things to us to support to make sure we have a healthy county.
Thank you, Commissioner Crawley, for sharing that. We hear similar stories, and but very much appreciate bringing it up in this context. And we could not do what we do without the board's approval and support, as well as the county administration support. So this is shared by us all, these positive comments.
So if there are no additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 32526.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 32526 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you, Judith.
Thank you.
Purchasing.
Resolution number 32626, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,529,719.03.
Good morning, Commissioners. County Administration, Megan
Morning.
Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing. This resolution requests your approval of 78 purchase orders. The County Auditor has pre-certified available funding, and pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 326-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 32626 has been adopted. Resolution number 32726, resolution approving purchases for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office in the amount of $1,650.
Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 2 purchase orders. Funding has been pre-certified, and pending any questions, I request your approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 32726.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 32726 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention. Resolution number 32826, resolution approving one purchase for Franklin County Public Defender Agency in the amount of $300.
Commissioners, as stated, this resolution requests your approval of 1 purchase order. Funding has been pre-certified, and pending any questions, I request your approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 32826.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yeah.
Commissioner Boyce.
Abstain.
Resolution number 32826 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 32926, resolution appointing Sandy Doyle Ahern to the Columbus Regional Airport Authority Board of Directors.
Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration. Michael Roman, Assistant Director of Community Appointments. This resolution seeks to appoint Sandy Doyle Ahern to the Columbus Regional Airport Authority Board of Directors for a term expiring 12/31/2029. With pending any questions, we respectfully ask for your approval.
If there are no comments, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 329-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Abstain.
Resolution number 32926 has been adopted with Commissioner O'Grady's noted abstention. Resolution number 33026, resolution appointing Patty Huddle to the Human Services Levy Review Committee.
This final resolution seeks to appoint Patty Huddle to the Human Services Levy Review Committee for a term expiring May 19th, 2031. Pending any questions, we respectfully ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 330-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 33026 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, are there any journalizations?
There are not.
All right, well then, the board will stand adjourned.
Mr. President, we do have one final resolution.
Oh, sorry. Can you please read the resolution into the record?
Resolution number 33126, resolution of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners to convene into executive session for the purpose of considering personnel matters.
Completely was not ready for that. What a nice short zoning. What a nice short reading here.
And I was supposed to be moving today, so I did it to myself.
Move to convene into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 33126 has been adopted to convene into executive session.
All right, we are now in executive session.